Welcome to day number 8 of how to get your first wholesale deal. Today we're going to be talking about realtors. So if you guys don't know, realtors can help you get your first wholesale deal. And I actually was a realtor myself for a little hot second out here in Arizona for eXp Realty. So one thing that I quickly realized being a realtor is that, it was great to get a different perspective, get a different view of the same coin. However, I realized a lot of realtors, they are intrigued with the wholesaling process because, ultimately you can do wholesaling completely virtual, whereas being a realtor, you got to drive all the way around the country. So, as I was discussing things with other realtors and mingling and things like that, one situation that I was in, I knew somebody that knew about, me wholesaling real estate back in Cincinnati, Ohio. So, they asked if I can discuss it, my process, and I call it just that, a wholesaling process. So that being said, they were very intrigued. They wanted to ask a lot of questions, and I told them, just subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm releasing some things about, wholesaling real estate. So they were very interested. So I got to thinking, like I said, why are they so interested? So then, I was with eXp Realty, so I had sponsors, people above me. So, people above me, they spoke about how I believe 88% of realtors never close a deal. So about 12% of realtors are the ones that's basically making all of the transactions. 88% of them either get the first deal and quit or never close a deal. So that being said, I started realizing, because eXp Realty is all about, bringing other people on or whatever. So, I was thinking about connecting the dots with my wholesaling operation and also my, real estate operation with being a realtor. So, that was a whole thing. But then I realized that I'm basically taking the long way around the same point I want to get to. You get what I'm saying? The point I want to get to for me is to build my real estate portfolio by way, of cash. And ultimately the way you get the cash is by closing deals. You can close deals by being a realtor, or you can close deals by being, wholesaling real estate. So I realized that a lot of realtors over here, they want to figure out how to wholesale real estate, for one, because they know the process. Like I said, you don't have to drive around. There's a lot of pros that come with wholesaling real estate as opposed to being a realtor. However, on the flip side, the realtors that are very established, they, have they put a bad rep on some wholesalers or some just wholesaling in general, because, they look at it like there's no need for them. They look at it like, you as a wholesaler, you're not providing getting your client the most amount of money, whereas the realtor, they're trying to get their client the most amount of money, and they get paid by, the more money their client make, the more money they will make. So that's kind of a selling point as a realtor. So that being said, you as a wholesaler, you're looking to basically cut them out of the equation and make things simple for you to get paid. So that's why some of the more established realtors, they have that type of look on it if they're thinking small term. So why do I tell you guys all this, right? I tell you guys all this because with me being, again, able to have the perspective of two sides, being on the realtor side and being, wholesaling real estate as long as I have, I am able to tell you how to work with both sides, right? Because when I was a realtor, I was still wholesaling real estate in Cincinnati, Ohio, though I have my realtor license here in Arizona, Maricopa County. And when I got my realtor license, I instantly realized that my niche would be working with wholesalers, because there aren't realtors out here that's actively looking for wholesalers. I was actively looking for, wholesalers. However, with wholesalers, one way you're going to be looking for them is in real estate groups, right? Or maybe even meetups. However, you find a lot of people that are doing daisy chain deals or newbies. They're not really doing consistent, flow or whatever. But would have been a great idea, because I would have, got them set up on a spreadsheet, any type of deals that maybe were in their past, or maybe dead leads, or maybe they wanted too much money. I was going to tell them, put it in a spreadsheet. I'll follow up with them. Anything I make, I'll cut you off a slice. So that being said, that was a good way for them to make money off of dead leads. So make money off things they would have not made any money off of. You know what I'm saying? They would have wasted money off of the data from finding the lead. So how do we reverse engineer this as a wholesaler to find our realtors? It's the same exact thing, right? You're going to find your realtor by way of getting your real estate meetup groups or your real estate meetups, which right now I think a lot of those are virtual, but they may still have some in person. So you'll go to these real estate meetups, real estate investing groups, real estate investing meetups, all of these kind of things, because you want to find investor friendly realtors, right? When I first moved to Arizona, I actually went to a meetup, which was new to me because I never went to meetups. I never really felt the need to do the meetup. I'm about action, and I understand, networking is action as well. It's a different type, but for me, at the end of the day, if we're all in here, we want to get to the same goal, which is cool, but can't nobody do the work for you at the end of the day, especially when it comes to wholesaling real estate. So that being said, though, you can collaborate, right? The way you collaborate when you go to these meetups, when I went there, I was telling people, I'm wholesaling real estate. They were like, oh, wow, really? Do you have anything you can send me? I've been trying to figure out how to wholesale real estate. These are realtors telling me this, right? So that being said, you go there, wherever it is, either it's in person or maybe it's inside of a group. If it's inside of a group, you can simply make a slight little post. Make a light little post. So the post can read something like, hey, I'm a real estate investor here in whatever market that you're in, whatever market that you are in with the real estate group. You say, hey, I'm a real estate investor here in X market, looking to connect with some investor-friendly real estate agents. I have a great idea that could, be mutually beneficial. Right? So there it is. From there, tell them to, like it or DM or, comment below your information, whatever it has to be. From there, you want to schedule a phone conversation. When you schedule a phone conversation with them, you'll just simply get on the phone. You'll tell them what you do. Hey, my name is D'Angelo Simmons. I'm a real estate investor out here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Currently looking for properties that are in rough condition. Do you come across properties that are in rough condition? They'll say, yes, I do, or they'll say, no, I don't, right? Maybe they're a luxury, they don't do rough condition. So it's important to ask that question. So you'll say, yes, I do, or no, I don't, right? Either way, they say no or yes, then you'll say, well, great. So I believe that there's a way for us to, go ahead and maximize profits from that property before you put it out on the market. If your seller's looking to close quickly, we close with cash. And if you bring it to me first, I always take care of the people that I work with, right? I always take care of my team members. I always take care of the people that I work with, right? So when you say you always take care of them, that's implying the money, right? So obviously they want to know how much are you going to, pay me for bringing you in this lead. Now, some of them, guys, to be transparent, depending on who you're calling, right? There's a more established realtor, then they may have something already set up where I do 10%, fees. But I want to let you guys know these kickbacks is what they're called. But finder fees, kickbacks, all of those things are illegal for a realtor to accept and even for you to give out. So tell you'll take care of your people. So, tell them, I'll take care of you. But some of the realtors, they already have their things in place, right? So they say, I'll give you a 10% referral fee. I'll give you a 15% referral fee. Some of them already have that in place. So that's what they'll, do if you give them a lead, right? So maybe they may be looking for 10% on the back end or 15% on the back end for them giving you a lead, because that's how they work when somebody gives them a lead. You get what I'm saying? So the way you approach that, I'll take care of you. How does that sound? Right? So you say, how does that sound? And I'll teach you guys that because, when you say how, it's not going to lead to yes or no. It's going to lead to explanation. So how does that sound? It sounds good. It sounds great. It's going to lead to why or why not. That being said, though, if they say it sounds good, you'll say, great. Do you have a pen or paper nearby, or what is your email address? I'd love to email you over my contact information, right? Something like that, right? So if they say no, then you say, okay, I do appreciate your time. Let me know if anything changes. It's an abundance mindset, guys. So the thing that I would really suggest for you guys, again, is to take the real estate meetups, right? In-person meetups, even the real estate online meetups, if they have those. I think they should have those. They have them out here. And also real estate investor groups, right? So all real estate investing, all the meetups and things you go to. And the reason why I would prefer for you guys to do it this way instead of just Googling realtors in, whatever market you're in, realtors in that market, is because these are people that are investor friendly, right? So they're going to be reaching out to you first. It's kind of like putting a job application out there versus going to, the first company that pops up on Google. You get what I'm saying? You'll be able to figure out a better, you'll be able to figure out a better price, right? But also, a better rapport as well, I feel like, because, they're coming to you. Ultimately, they saw that they're seeking you out. So you're going to who wants you, which is going to make it a lot easier because you're not talking to, some realtor who's selling multi-million-dollar houses and they don't deal with people in distressed situations or distressed properties. So they'll never need your service. So if you call them, they may just hang up on you, and that can be very discouraging, right? So work with yourself. I'll teach you guys that. Work with yourself. Don't work against yourself. So be able to put yourself in the space of finding investor-friendly realtors, because get it out of your head that a realtor is something different than you. Only thing that's different than you is a person. It has nothing to do with the title, okay? So that's what really helped me learn more with speaking with realtors and all that. Once I became a realtor, I'm like, wait, these realtors ain't like nothing. I used to be nervous to talk to them. Then I'm like, okay, these realtors are the same as me. So there's really no need to feel anything because now I'm legit a realtor. And on the flip side of that, I see a lot of these realtors don't know what they're doing in real estate, right? So a lot of realtors, and this is important because guys, life is 100% mental, but business is 100% mental as well. So this being said, you got to approach it from a psychological point of view. So you being able to just think about it, just put this in perspective. There are realtors out there that they have no clue about an ARV. They have no clue about, formula, 70% rule, 30% rule. They don't have a clue about these things because the realtor process is a lot different than wholesaling real estate. Wholesaling real estate is literally whatever you make it, right? To become a realtor though, you can be a good student, right? To become a realtor, you can be a good student. So you can do your modules, you can do your tests, A+, but then once it's time to get in the real world, the modules in schooling don't matter. You could have passed the classes in 2 weeks, but if you get in the real world, you don't know what you're doing or you don't have the hustle to keep going, then it doesn't matter. So get it out of your head that a realtor is something special. A realtor ain't nothing, to be honest with you. Like, you as an investor, you're light years ahead of a realtor because ultimately realtors want to become investors, whether it be, wholesaling real estate technique, or whether it be actually buying a property to have it in their rental portfolio or to fix and flip a property. So you having an investor mindset where you are right now, whether you're, younger than 18 or above 18 or above 50, you have an investor mindset right now today puts you light years ahead of somebody who's just becoming a realtor and just starting out as a realtor. So have confidence when you're speaking with these realtors. And just know that you are what you can do what you say you will do, which is close the deal that any of them bring to you. One last thing, and I'm gonna get you guys out of here. One thing that puts a little cherry on top when you're speaking with these realtors, let them know that, when you say you'll take care of them, if they, say, well, how much do you pay? You ask them, well, how much do you typically get paid? You ask them that question, right? And then you let them know that, it'll be between, you and I. We can just keep everything off the hood. So, I want you guys to use your imagination right there. You guys are big steppers, right? You're here, you got your heart in every step. You're smart. So use your imagination of the benefits of the pros that can, lead to leaving things off the HUD statement. And I'm sure the realtor, if they've been in the business for a while, they may be aware, but if not, then meet them for a cup of, I like smoothies myself. I don't do coffee. So meet them for some smoothies and then discuss to them all the benefits that you as a real estate investor who provides solutions can actually help them with in their business to maximize profits. Guys, you can get very creative with realtors. Very creative from how they are paid to how you receive the deal to a lot of things. So definitely just keep this in your back pocket when it comes to getting your first wholesale deal, because you are like, the way I look at realtors is kind of like it's a bonus deal. If you call maybe 10 of them a day or 5 of them a day, just call 5 or 10 realtors a day if you just wanted to set just a little something for yourself. That being said though, if they just bring you 1, or 2 deals, it comes from very little effort. And then once you build that rapport and once they see that you're going to be able to take care of them the way that, you being an investor, thinking very smart. Think outside the box on how you can take care of them. You will be able to be their first contact as soon as they have somebody who wants to sell their property quickly, or maybe their property is in distressed condition. You'll be the first contact. Guys, think outside the box and keep your heart in every step, because that is what makes you a success. I do appreciate you guys watching day 8 of how to get your first wholesale deal. Think outside the box, and as always, get to stepping.